Thought I was superhuman. Turns out I'm not. I'm just a chubby white dude that had some good meds. What is up, my interwebby type people? Welcome to Shareware. If I decide to post this, not exactly sure if I'm going to, but let's see, Friday afternoon, which was exactly 48 hours ago, I had a complete reconstruction of my ACL ligament in my left knee. Now, I've needed this done since about 2010, so it's a 6-year-old injury. I don't remember. Initially, it hurt excruciatingly bad. Like, I remember the injury. It happened during basketball. I landed incorrectly. It kind of sounded like a shotgun, just like and I remember the ref saying he heard it and not to move it, and I never got it fixed. I went about a year in a brace after that. I wasn't able to get it fixed. I didn't have health insurance. I didn't have a job that would accommodate it, and just slowly I rehabbed myself back without the use of surgery, and was able to run and jog and play basketball again. Granted, nothing like I could beforehand, and it has showed. It's taken a toll on my body. Things are starting to hurt that didn't hurt before. I did gain quite a significant amount of weight, which I can't completely attribute to that, but it was part of it, being as I couldn't do cardio the way I used to. I was very active. Not so much after the injury. I kind of had to tone everything back, but I figured this is a technology channel, and what is more technologically advanced than a complete surgical restoration of a body part? What they did was they took, let me show you what I'm working with right now. That is an Iceman 3 machine, which I might review later, because that thing has been a godsend. What it actually does is it cycles ice water through this pad right here, so it's constantly cold. I'd say it probably keeps cold for about 4 hours, which is a heck of a lot better than any form of ice pack I've been working with. But as far as the surgery went, they took a part of my patellar tendon, which is the one that connects to your kneecap. They actually sawed out a chunk of the middle. They left two bone pieces attached to that portion of ligament, and then went right through the middle of my knee and screwed it into place where the ACL ligament is. But basically, now I don't have a full ligament off of my patella, but I do have 2 half portions, a gap in the middle, and then a new ACL, which is significantly better than no ACL at all. It's been a very tiring process. The first 24 hours, which this is another really awesome semi-new technology they've been running with, they gave me a nerve block in my leg, which is a series of shots that they did towards my upper thigh that went just below the skin. And what it did was they used a ultrasound machine and ran something into my nerves that basically stopped the pain from going from my leg to my brain. And that lasted for about 24 hours. So I've been running about 24 hours off of the nerve block, and it is significantly different as far as the pain factor goes. I'm definitely feeling it now. Did not feel it at all then. Thought I was superhuman. Turns out I'm not. I'm just a chubby white dude that had some good meds. But I mean, the whole process has been fascinating, painful, but really cool at the same time, how they did it. I remember getting rolled into the surgical room, lifting myself up and putting myself on the surgical table and saying that the bed that they had me in was more comfortable, and that was the last thing I remember. I remember waking up inside the surgical center. The nurse asked me what I was thinking about, and I asked, why am I saying anything stupid? She kind of chuckled and left. So I really have no recollection of anything, and I would honestly prefer it that way. But been icing it. 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off is what they recommended. I do have it elevated typically above my heart, just for swelling and throbbing purposes. They have me on oxycodone, which I'm not exactly a fan of, but I haven't been nauseous off of it, and they did give me anti-nausea pills just in case. 800 milligrams of ibuprofen when I need it and the swelling gets too bad or it's too intense for me. I've been drinking water like crazy. I have this awesome 40 ounce 50-50 bottle as far as 2 days go, I'll show you kind of what my mobility is right now. Granted, I am fully in pain when I do this, but I have full rotation of my ankle and my toes. I can wiggle them. They are swollen, so it does kind of feel funny. As for lifting, I am capable of doing it, but it does hurt quite a bit. I have been for about the last 10 hours when I do move it. I help myself by lifting the brace, which I've seen kind of hit and miss as far as what rehab goes for it. It seems like everyone is supposed to be doing something different. And I was lifting it on its own with the pain block and moving it all over the place with the pain block. And then once the pain block wore off, I was like, well, crap, I should probably look this up. And a lot of people say, don't move it until your first physical therapy session, which I have definitely been moving it, so hopefully I haven't caused any damage. But I have been able to put a little bit of weight on it. You know, when I go to the bathroom or when I stand up to brush my teeth, I've been very adamant on making sure that I don't act like it's broken, because that's usually the hardest thing, to get that mental block out of your way that, like, it's broken, I can't use it, it hurts, so I'm not even going to try. And that's almost the contrary of what you should be doing. So I'm really trying to be adamant that I keep my toes moving, keep it moving, and remind myself that it's not broken. It just needs to be rebuilt and started over. And I'm trying to stay as optimistic as possible, because a lot of people, when they have this injury, they go from the tremendous pain of getting the injury right into surgery. Yeah, they don't go through that process I went through of building it back and getting mobility back and forgetting what that pain feels like. So it's been a lot different for me to try to restructure my brain as far as that goes. Like, I was leg pressing 400 pounds the day before surgery just because I wanted to remember what that felt like before I go into this process. Whereas a lot of people who go into surgery can't really move it that much beforehand, so it's not like they're losing that mobility that I feel like I've already gained back again. And I feel like I've done this process before, just not with cuts in my leg, essentially. I've already rehabbed this thing before, it's just different now. But looking forward to the process. It's been something that's eye-opening for me. I am not good at sitting still. That is something that I've known, and I was dreading the entire time waiting for this. But, you know, I can only do as much as I can, and I'll check in every few days. I do have my first physical therapy session tomorrow, which I have so much trouble grasping the fact that they want to take this brace off and make me move it that quickly, because it, like I said, it's starting to hurt. So I'll let you know how that goes. If not, I might even record little chunks of it. I'll show you a clip of how it was mobility wise with the pain block, which is like night and day from right now. But I'll maybe cut that in here, and then every few days I'll try to do like a little bit of let you know the mental process behind it, because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of ACL videos, they show like mobility and what they're doing, but they don't exactly tell you exactly how they're feeling. So I'm going to try to remember that and keep that in the forefront of these little videos if I decide to post these. And anyways, yeah, this is day 1 and day 2. Love you all. Deuces, kitties.